Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Cheer Up. Huge changes are going to be brought about in the education sector thanks to National Education Policy. This video of mine is to kind of elaborate all these changes that will be taking place in the future in our education sector. The video will be divided into 4 parts. First will be for the students, second for the teachers, third about various missions by the government and about the structure of higher educational institutions, and lastly I have added a few bullet points where I will be talking about the controversy of using mother tongue as a language of instruction. I think we are all familiar with the first change. The 10+2 system will be taken away and instead we will have a 5+3+3+4 system. Let's look at this elaborately. 5 years of foundational stage, that is 3 years of pre-primary school and grades 1 and 2. Then 3 years of preparatory stage, that is grades 3, 4 and 5, and 3 years of middle stage, that is grades 6, 7 and 8, and 4 years of secondary stage, grades 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now let's see what are the changes that have been made in each of these stages. The first 5 years, that is, children in the age group of 3 to 8 will have a single curricular phase of play and discovery-based learning. It is a flexible, activity-based and discovery-based system of learning that aims to teach children alphabets, numbers, basic communication in local language or mother tongue and other languages, colors, shapes, games, painting, music, arts, and socio-emotional skills like curiosity, patience, teamwork, and empathy. Children will involve in activities like exercise, solving puzzles, coloring books, connecting the dots, drawing, stories, rhymes, etc. This is followed by a preparatory phase consisting of 3 years, grades 3, 4 and 5, where they will have some textbook learning and more formal classroom learning. There will be a dedicated mathematics and reading hours every day for grades 1, 2 and 3 and an additional writing hour for grades 4 and 5. Designated language weeks and mathematical weeks during the school year will be conducted. Regular language melas and mathematics melas will also be held. There will be weekly activities around the library such as storytelling, theatre, group reading, writing and display of original writings and other art by children, and there will be weekly fun puzzle solving sessions that naturally inculcate logical and mathematical thinking. The next 3 years of middle school education involves introduction of subject teachers for learning and discussion of the more abstract concepts across the sciences, mathematics, arts, social sciences and humanities. From class 6 on, students will learn coding and there will be vocational training like carpentry with internship opportunities. The last phase of 4 years, the secondary stage, will facilitate multidisciplinary studies. Each year of the secondary stage will be divided into 2 semesters for a total of 8 semesters. Each student would take 5 to 6 subjects each semester. There will be common subjects and students will have great flexibility in selecting elective courses, including in arts, vocational subjects and physical education. Curriculum load will be reduced. Board exams will be restructured to test only core concepts, principles, critical thinking, and other higher order skills in each subject. So hopefully its importance will be reduced. There will be no junior colleges. Grades 11 and 12 will be part of the secondary stage. All subjects including sports, yoga, dance, music, drawing, painting, sculpting, pottery making, woodworking, gardening and electric work will be considered curricular and not extracurricular, and there would be no hard separation of arts and sciences, no hard separation of vocational and academic streams also. There will be multiple exit and entry options for students right from secondary stage all the way to post-graduation. Undergraduate program. A strong base of liberal arts education and provision for vocational education will be provided. Undergraduate programs will be interdisciplinary and students can choose their subjects from across all disciplines and fields: arts, physical and life sciences, mathematics, social sciences and humanities, vocational and professional fields. They will be required to specialize in one or two subjects. They can choose their area of specialization called their major, example history, chemistry, philosophy, and optionally an area of additional study called their minor, example music, Tamil, physics, geography, etc. All undergraduate programs will also emphasize music, visual arts, performing arts, and sports. If they complete a 4-year duration program, they will get a BLA or BLE degree. The existing 3-year programs will also continue, and it will be left to the individual educational institutions to decide the duration, 3 or 4 years. The 3-year program will lead to a bachelor's degree. But if a student leaves after 1 year of degree, the student will get a diploma certificate. And if it is after 2 years, an advanced diploma certificate will be provided. Students will have to pass exam held by NTA, National Testing Agency, to get into undergraduate programs of public HEIs. Master's degree. Master's can be a 1-year degree, a 2-year degree, or an integrated 5-year degree depending on their undergraduation. So, for a 4-year undergrad degree, students will have a 1-year postgrad degree. The master's degree will also have a strong research component. PhD. All doctoral students will take a 1-semester 8-credit course in teaching related to their chosen PhD subject. Doctoral students will provide academic support to undergrad students through teaching. There will be a new National Research Foundation NRF, which will encompass the 4 broad areas of sciences, technology, social science, and arts and humanities. This body will fund researchers within colleges and universities. It will also provide prestigious fellowships for postdoctoral fellows. There will be no MPhil. Now let's look at the evaluation. The best part is students will get to self-evaluate, and so it will not be just the progress report by the teacher. The purpose of assessment is not to label or rank, but to identify areas of strength and areas that need improvement. Tools and processes used for assessment are peer and self-assessment, portfolios, assignments, projects, presentations, and dissertations. Now let's look at the changes that NEP will be bringing about in the lives of teachers. Teacher preparation, orientation and training will move into the higher education sector at universities. The contribution of teachers to all aspects of improving the education system through teaching, research, institution building, student empowerment and such other aspects will be recognized. The 4-year integrated B.Ed will, by 2030, become the minimal degree qualification for school teachers. 1 and 2-year B.Ed option will also be available. 2-year B.Ed option will be for candidates having a bachelor's degree, and 1-year B.Ed program will be offered only to those who have completed an equivalent of 4-year bachelor's degree or who have obtained a master's degree. NEP plans to make teacher recruitment transparent by setting up of a common national professional standards for teachers. The recruitment of qualifying through the TETs, either state or central level exam, and NTA examinations will be made mandatory for private school teachers also with immediate effect. Along with the written exam, interview and demo class will also be held as recruitment process. Higher educational institutions and missions. All higher educational institutions will become multidisciplinary institutions and will be divided into Type 1, 2 and 3 by 2030. Type 1. Research universities. They will focus equally on research and teaching, and they offer the highest quality teaching across undergrad, masters, PhD, professional and vocational programs. Type 2. Teaching universities. These will focus primarily on high quality teaching across disciplines and programs, including undergrad, masters and doctoral, professional, vocational, certificate and diploma programs and will also contribute to research. Type 3. Colleges. These will focus almost exclusively on the goal of high quality teaching. These institutions will largely run undergrad programs in addition to diploma and certificate programs across disciplines and fields. All Type 1 and Type 2 institutions will be encouraged to provide high quality distance learning programs. Then you have Mission Nalanda to ensure that there will be at least 100 Type 1 and 500 Type 2 HEIs functioning vibrantly by 2030 with equitable regional distribution. Mission Takshashila will strive to establish at least one high quality HEI in or close to every district of India. A new apex body designated as Rashtriya Shiksha Ayog or National Education Commission will be constituted, which will be headed by the Prime Minister. It will be responsible for developing, articulating, implementing, evaluating and revising the vision of education in the country on a continuous and sustained basis. Bullet points. Expansion of midday meal program. Both a nutritious breakfast, even just some milk and a banana as a morning breakfast, and a midday meal will be served to pre-primary and primary school students. Remedial Instructional Aids Program (RIAP) will be instituted initially as a temporary 10-year project to draw instructors, especially women from local communities, to formally help students who have fallen behind and bring them back into the fold. The new national education policy allows the top 100 foreign universities to set up campuses in India and also encourages high-performing Indian universities to set up campuses in other countries. Now, let's come to the language controversy. NEP says wherever possible, regional language or local language should be used in schools as a medium of communication. So, we have to understand that NEP does not make it compulsory to use regional or national language as the medium of instruction. NEP uses words like to the extent possible, strongly recommend, etc. in these pages of the document, thereby implying that this is not compulsory. All it means is that Indian languages should also be heavily promoted along with English. And it wants children to become multilingual. Foreign languages can also be taken up by students right from secondary stage. So basically NEP's idea is to make children multilingual. NEP is a very good attempt by the government to bring our educational system to international standards. But its implementation is something that we will have to wait and watch. The government is planning to spend 6% of GDP on education, which is a very good start. Let's hope that the government will walk the talk. And I never thought I would say this, but I would like to go back to school again. Thank you.